everyone. It's been a while that I haven't done any vlog whatsoever, but today is the first time that I could stay in all day just having a total relax, because I've been out in the last 2 days on last weekend, which is very rare for me, but it was wonderful. Both days spent with different group of people, but still within my own family. So it was a lot of fun just to be with them for a change, because I don't go out often, but now my family is quite growing again. So, and all my nieces or the children of my nephews and nieces are also coming up, that I decided it's time also for my family to be active again, like in getting together more frequently. So here I am sitting on my balcony. It's almost 10 a.m. I had my breakfast already, but I had to have just a plain oatmeal breakfast, even not with any additional tasty delights, just with water. You know why? Because apparently I noticed, since I have always stayed home and I have always cooked for myself, there's an oatmeal between my teeth, I'm sorry. And all the ingredients that I have at home is under my control. So I cook with them, I mix them, I created different kind of cuisine, Chinese, Italian, Indonesian, and apparently this is what I presume, that my palate and my intake of food has been that all this time, most of the time, months on end. And suddenly when I went out and eating food from the outside, even when I ordered online, except for some restaurants, but even when I ordered online, then I started to have blister in my mouth. It started already 2 weeks ago. Can you believe it? I don't know whether it's blister, but it's right over here. My gum just aches here. And yesterday I think I had too hot a cappuccino and my tongue is burning until now. So that's why I just had cold havermout. Havermout is oatmeal in Dutch. Okay, so we call that havermout in Indonesia, because you know that Indonesia is influenced by some Dutch expressions as well. Not anymore today so much, but in the past, since we were under the colony of the Dutch. But now in Indonesia they use a lot of English terms, a lot of English terms. I mean, it's ubiquitous, and that I am behind when it comes to that, because I always try to talk with them in true, complete Indonesian language, because that's the mentality I had in Italy, learning from the Italians, where speaking Italian is much more appreciated than trying to use English terms. But here is the opposite. English terms here are considered cool. That's why if you could use English terms, which have become also standardized here in Indonesia, it's quite welcome for them. So just for you to know this. So anyway, so I'm going to spend the whole day by the pool because I could see the forecast is sunny all day. Even though here in June we're supposed to have dry season, yet it's been raining intermittently, which is great because then it's good for my garden, and for my grass. So yeah, now I'm getting ready to go downstairs because the Wi-Fi also works all the way to the end of my servants' quarters, my pool house, that I can hang out with my laptop there and even work or do some things at the sitting there on the lounge. So yeah, so it's been lovely that I had the opportunities to meet my family. They're such a lovely family to be with. I have to say that myself. So yeah, maybe I'm the one who's not that lovely because I have still this kind of sometimes too blunt in the way I talk, since I am Italian influence, that sometimes I regret because I realize that they're not accustomed to this kind of talks, and such as giving comments, things like that, of somebody's look, which is bad. So please forgive me, God. I'm sorry. I shouldn't do that because, in Italy we do that. In Italy, when you see somebody a little bit different than you, or because like I told you already, I've mentioned already in my previous vlogs that the modus operandi in Italy is, at least in Milan, is conformity. You have to dress like them, which is preferable because then they respect you more, knowing that you understand their codes of dressing, which is maybe superficial for other people to hear what I'm saying, that I'm saying this. But also, the moment that somebody maybe dresses differently, they would criticize, and I still have that kind of mentality that I shouldn't express here in Indonesia, but once in a while I blurt it out, which is not good, which is not good. I have to get rid of that kind of mentality. So I regret in 2 comments that I did while we were chatting in the car or while we were together, that I think must have started a little bit my Indonesian family. I'm so sorry for that, please. Okay, so I'll talk to you later because I'm going to make a vlog this time. For only, let's say, 6 euros or 7 euros the most, my houseboy bought all this for me in the neighborhood here, as I live in a rather rural area at the outskirts of Jakarta. Look at that. I just learned now that it can be so cheap buying things here in they call it warung. Warung means like a small stall shop we have around Jakarta. Look at how full my writing desk is. My laptop, blank papers, which I have already in my desk, of course, outside, but I like to have them all in my bedroom so that whenever I have something or I want to write something or I want to do something, they're all here available, complete. Whereas outside is much more for decor, even though it's very functional, but to sit there with the laptop facing the window, it's glary, so it's not that practical. So let me clean here one by one and just organize in such a way that is functional, easy on the eye, and make it looking much neater and streamlined. Because here, look at that. I still have my old iPhone, which still works, but I don't know whether they still have this kind of SIM card for this kind of iPhone. Is there? I don't know. I haven't checked. Look at that dressing table. All right, this is like a desk for an office, but I use it as a dressing table. When I have extra money, then I'll buy a proper one that goes better with the style of this the furniture that I have. So look at this, still old laptop. Oh, I forgot to write things yesterday. And look, the sewing machine. Oh, I would have to just divide in such a way that it's functional, but at the same time saving space. But I don't have any more space to store all these things. I have no idea. So let me just switch this off. All this just take out and clean everything, as you can see. My goodness. Oh. All right. I'm a very functional minded person. I lost the sound here, the audio. So I don't know what I was saying here, but anyway, what I'm trying to share with you is just to clean up one corner of the desk where I put my perfume as well, and for hair bands, hair clips, all in 2 trays that's connected with the dressing table, because I love having access to everything whenever I need, and also to remember where I put, and that way I don't have to think of to find them anymore because they're all there. However, I just wanted to make it comfortable. Used to have a mini fridge there, but as you know, I have already the midi-sized fridge in my bedroom. Here in this bottle, just plenty of water with a little bit of dishwashing liquid and baking soda. That's all, just to apply on the surface of dusty area. And it's really functional, or what do you call, it's efficient or effective. As the top of the desk is glass, here I clean with my own cleaning solution. Put in your water in a spray bottle with a little bit of baking soda, vinegar, and dishwashing liquid. Two small transparent trays where I put my hair bands, hair clips, etc. My mini sewing machine. I think I'm gonna move somewhere. I'll find a place. I'm not going to leave it there anymore, even though it's very practical, but since I don't use it frequently or regularly, might as well place it somewhere else. I think I'm gonna just keep them downstairs. My recipe book from Milan. This one, like what? Decades age. I hardly use it now because you can find everything on YouTube. So my laptop is already here, and this one to recharge my phone. They're all here. Now here is empty. I can put, what shall I put? Actually this one I always need, but I can always store them away at the same time. This one I need the most because I put all my cable and recharger and whatnot here, you know, the mic, the remote control, etc. This one I need them there, and this one I need also. This one I can put away somewhere, but I have no place anymore. So the laptop is here. This one is pending thing, and receipts that I received from buying food, etc., to put in the plastic, and then I sorted it in my file for specific months. So let me just sweep here, even though I did already, but I sweep again. And then I just want to I was going to do something though. What was I going to do? I was going to do something. It's not as sparse and neat as I would have liked, but at least it's much better than before. Nice and neat and clean. So that's it. Normally, as an Indonesian, they don't do the housework themselves because here we have a lot of labor to do that. But since I've given up my housekeeper, and I realized that this house actually is very easy to clean, and it's all easily under control. And now I'm going to throw my dustbin into the bathroom dustbin here, so to save also the little bed. I keep using the same thing for the bedroom. So this one I'm going to put out there, and my housekeeper will pick it up and throw it for me. The one in the kitchen, my housekeeper, my houseboy cleans it and empties it every day. But this one, maybe twice a week or once a week. Because look, this is 1 week bathroom's garbage. It's not much. A hack I learned. So normally when you buy a dustbin bag, you put it right away, right? Like this, right? Like that. No, you put it like this. You put it like this instead. Alright, you put it like that. So the edge of this bag is inside the dustbin, not outside. I'm not used to working, especially for the video, I mean for my vlog, but I have to share it with you even though it's rough. It's not a refined way of doing, but it is a little bit of lipstick for you. I washed myself a little bit because I've already swept here. I did mop yesterday the floor. I am thinking of where to put all these things, which I need actually. Not necessarily always, but at least I should know where they are. So, as you can see, good Wednesday, almost afternoon to you. So, I just wanted to share with you facts about my life as a widow, okay? Because yes, I'm beyond grateful that my life is back in my own country, surrounded by my own family, and that we have family gatherings, not every so often, but once in a while, which just gives me such pleasure. And also that other than having all this life of serenity, obviously how life is, there are pops up of unexpected expenses. For example, I'm sharing with you this as a life of a widowhood, okay? And every month there are always unexpected expenditures. But so far, I've been able to always take care of it. Even though with time I learned how to adjust myself in spending, to adjust myself in how to be frugal on certain things, which gives me actually an experience of something that I never expected to find pleasure in. Because out of those adjustments that I had to make in order to live a frugal life, I got to discover creativity even more, and inventions even more, and hacking even more. So it's quite actually enjoyable. Yesterday, for example, as you know already, that I always speak about an alignment with the universe or God or whoever your personal choice is. And I have this ex-assistant of my late notary that took care of my purchase of this house. So she was the one who issued the certificates, etc. But you see, my property here has 3 certificates. And 2 of those certificates I've already instructed that this ex-assistant to change into my name, which it did. But there's another certificate that until now is a mystery, because even the head of the area here, or council, yes, of this area hasn't sent me any bill. But to be more clear, I did instruct also this ex-assistants just a year before my husband passed to take care of it, to change into my name. And I just relied and paid, that was all. And then the year after, I think my husband passed. So I've been neglecting it because I just lean on her that one day it will all be changed into my name. Lo and behold, only like 4 years, I got these 2 certificates transferred into my name, but this one certificate hasn't, and I don't know how, where, what. And yesterday, she called because she's been in contact with me every once in a while, because she always asks me for some kind of project to do, since she also likes to earn some money. And there are times when, or most of the time, I couldn't give her anything to do because I'm also strict with my expenditure. But yesterday she was like pestering me, which of course, made me a little bit annoyed. But then, like the universe is trying to tell me, she would always check with me once in a while, how are you? Is there anything I can do for you? How about the certificate? We are talking here about the tax papers of this property, and so far I've been paying, but I have some arrears as well. And luckily this is not located in Jakarta city itself, because then that would have been very, very costly. But it's on the outskirts of Jakarta, so it is in Jakarta in a matter of what, 750 meters, not even 1 kilometer, or let's say 1 kilometer, okay? And then it's already Jakarta. Yesterday she was like insisting. Then I said to myself, okay, Meta, just dwell on it, do it. So I did. Of course, I had to check my documents and all the details that were written on it, because after all, they're not clear, the printing of these receipts that I paid, the numbers of this tax of this property, which are actually 3. That's the certificates I have. I have 3 certificates of the whole property. That means I should have 3 tax bills, right? But then I can't find the other one, and apparently, if I'm not mistaken, yesterday I came to understand that in that one certificate there are 2 separate tax bills. So this is how at least I discovered yesterday out of this paralegal lady. Whilst we were talking about that, she persuaded me in giving her the numbers of all these tax properties, and I gave it to her because she said, I'm at the tax office. While I'm here, I can check for you what is going on. And I said, oh, come on, I'm not gonna pay anything, okay? I can't spend anything on anything at the moment, in other words, I'm not gonna pay you for doing this, menial jobs. And she said, no, you don't have to pay me. Let me just check. And then when she checked, then everything just came out. It's all clear, all the things that I have paid, and also some of the areas that I'm supposed to pay, which now I'm going to settle within this year. So I'm very, very grateful that she sent me the whole record of my history of payments on the taxes and what are the areas. The only thing that's still lacking is those 2 tax bills that should be 1 actually to represent 1 certificate. So she said, I can take care of it, you just pay me so and so and I can take care of it. But I couldn't understand full well that. I said, okay, can we just do one thing at a time, because now I'm all confused. He said, no, it's not confusing. That 2 tax bills, I can make it into 1 representing 1 of your certificates. I said, okay, let's do it when I have the fund, because at this moment I cannot do anything. But then that prompted me, once we were finished, but took such a long time to just exchanging our texts via WhatsApp. And I'm really, really grateful to her that she insisted on dealing with this together with me, that I have learned how to now organize my payment of taxes, which I realized that all those areas I can pay in December, let's say. But even for August, I can already pay for 1 year in August. And also I came to learn that apparently here, the tax to pay on the house is between February to August. No wonder every time I ask my relative, when do you pay your tax? One say in April, one say in August. So I got all confused, but now I took the time to read the full information, and I've discovered that you can pay from February to August 31st, the latest. Hence, I got to learn new things. You get what I mean? How the universe tries to help you, and all this time you try to shun it. But yesterday I opened to it, even though with some degree of annoyance, because this paralegal lady, just pestered me continuously, which I welcomed it very much now, and I'm so grateful in this case to her for pestering me, that I now am able to see clearly the situation of the payments of the tax of this property. And now I can arrange in such a way or organize in such a way that everything will be in order. For example, in August, I'm going to pay for 1 year because I don't have the fund to pay for the whole areas that I haven't paid. But December, I think I can pay all. And maybe it's not all because I just give her some fee to combine these two certificates into one so that I can pay the tax just on one bill for one certificate. So I have 3 certificates with these 4 tax bills. Therefore, it becomes clear to me that, oh, this is how it is situated. So now I understand clearly the whole mechanism of these payments of taxes on my property, and actually I feel integrated into this house even more and into Indonesia even more, because now I see the whole picture of the proper implementation of how to pay the tax. And I am so grateful, believe it or not, even though, you know, some people may be in panic to see all those areas that you have to pay, but instead I feel integrated into my own country, that now I see I can solve this problem, because now it's clear in the picture that I live as far as the tax is concerned. So that really relieved me. Funnily enough, it relieved me. So I feel really grateful. So I'm looking forward to sorting out these things. I'm sorry to bore you with these details, but I think it's important also for some people to know that you know, it's better you get to know these things, and you can have your record printed on the tax that you have paid, or areas that you need to sort out, and from the tax office. I just want to part with this knowledge that I gained yesterday. Okay, I sign off here, guys. So who are new here, please subscribe, please like, please comment, and my subscribers that remain with me all this time, I thank you repeatedly that you continue on subscribing. Even though you don't comment, you don't like, but I need your likes, I need your comments, please, to help with my algorithm. I need to reach at least 500 subscribers as soon as possible. Thank you so much for being with me all the time, for spending some of your precious time just watching my vlog. You take care now, and see you on my next vlog. Ciao ciao, arrivederci.